Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, A Mindful Nomad. I'm Veronica, a former flight attendant turned digital nomad. And on this channel, we talk about all things travel and aviation. I'm going to be doing a review today of Copa Air's Business Class. See, of course, I'm a digital nomad, so we were in Colombia, now we're all the way in Uruguay. We're gonna stay here for a few months, and I decided that I wanted to splurge and kind of like bid for an upgrade and see if I'd get it. And I did get it, and I said, you know what, this is a really cool opportunity for me as a former Emirates Cabin Supervisor to check what business class is like in other airlines. Because I usually travel economy, of course, because it's cheaper. So, though let me tell you, and this is kind of like a warning in general and a warning to myself, that my standards, because I'm an ex-flight attendant for Emirates, my standards are really high, like ridiculously high, right? And I think for anyone who has traveled in a Middle Eastern or Asian airline, the standards are really high because the stakes are higher, there's more competition, and it's just insanely good.
Here's your tea, Your Majesty. I'm sorry we don't have finer china.
Oh, that's perfectly all right. Here.
So keeping that in mind, today I'm reviewing Copa Airlines Dreams Business Class on the 737 MAX, which is a fairly small aircraft. Well, it's kind of like in the middle, if I'm honest. I'm going to be answering the most important question, which is it worth paying the dough? Is it worth it? How much do I rate it from 1 to 10? Also, I spoke with the cabin crew and asked them a little bit about their conditions, their salary, what it was like working there, benefits, the job in general. So that's a little bonus for you at the end of the video, so stick around so you can hear what it's like to fly with them, and I make a little comparison with Emirates. Okay, ready? Let's go. All right, so I decided that to stay true to my ex-Emirates supervisor self, I'm gonna rate it in 5 different categories, which we would look at on every flight, which would be cleanliness, food and beverage, product, cabin service, and comfort. It's 5. First of all, let's do cleanliness because I think that's going to be like the most obvious one from the video I showed you. After seeing my entire seat completely dirty with like food stains that could have been wiped off, dust and just plain dirty, of course, I'm never gonna give it a good rating, but I'll give it a 3 out of 10. And I could have given it a 1, to be honest with you. But the thing is that the toilets were super clean in the premium cabins, at least, because the crew were staying on top of that. And I appreciate that a lot because I completely know how it is when it's a night flight and it's full and you're tired. Crew tend to get complacent. So in this case, it wasn't like that. Then it was immaculate. So that's a big plus. But 3 out of 10 because the whole cabin in general was just, my seat was too dirty, guys. Come on. All right. Second category, food and beverage. Not the best, but not the worst. I mean, it was good that they had 2 services. They had dinner, they had breakfast. The breakfast was super light and quick for when people wake up, which is the way I like it. Let's put it this way. I wouldn't fly with Copa Air because of its cuisine, right? So I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Neither good nor bad. There we go. Comfort. Now, I was surprised because, okay, so this is the 737 MAX, right? The Dreams business seat in the 737 MAX is actually pretty comfortable. I mean, it's not a huge seat, but it is a comfortable seat. It lays flat. The cushions are actually comfortable, and this is considering that there's no mattresses put on top. Like, for example, Emirates does. They put mattresses on top of your seat. I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. It's a really good score. Product. Now, when we talk about product, we talk about, you know, all the amenities, everything that's available on board for you. It was all right. Yeah, it was okay. We got an amenities kit. We had a bottle of water each. I'd say 5 out of 10. Very strict with my ratings, I can tell. But I just think my standards are way too high, so keep that in mind. And last but not least at all, cabin service. And here's where I get really picky. Thought I was picky before. This is where I get the pickiest. Yeah. So first things first, the crew were lovely. Nice people, super sweet, very chatty, smiley, you know. I like that. It's not common on every airline. Actually, I was very impressed by that because they were like that throughout the whole flight, and it was a night flight. Trust me, you're bound to get cranky on a night flight. And they were very speedy with the service, which is something that, as someone who wanted to go straight to sleep on a night flight, I truly appreciate it. So, very impressed. Kudos to Copa on that. But, sorry, I can't help myself. I do look at these things. And tell me if you look at these things too. I want to know. Drop it in the comments. I did not have a clue about my choices when it came to meals, beverages. I mean, I did know what my choice was when it came to the main meal, but I didn't even know there was a starter. They didn't inform me what the meal looked like. And I was not told there was a drink service before the meal, which kind of sucked because I could have used, you know, like, I don't know, like soda water or something. And, you know, some peanuts or something. And then I saw a couple of people getting them. I was a little disappointed, yeah, with that. And the other thing that I didn't really enjoy, let's say, was there was so much banging of that darn closet behind me. And guys, that's the most annoying thing for a passenger. On Emirates, for example, that was like a no-no. Like, that was the first thing I would brief my crew on, especially on a night flight. Do not bang the closets because people are trying to sleep. So do not do that. And that is why I will have to take 2 points down for those things. So let's just say the crew 8 out of 10 because they were actually cool. But those things are important and to keep in mind. So all in all, the rating I would give the flight would have to be a 6 out of 10. Would I pay again for an upgrade traveling in Copa? Probably not. I don't know. I'd have to compare with other airlines in the area because it does depend on the area as well. But in general, I just wouldn't make that investment. I'd rather spend the money in something else, especially because of the whole dirty thing. Like, that just, ugh. Now for the bonus part. So I struck up a conversation with the Copa crew and I asked them what life as crew was like for them. I did tell them that I used to be a flight attendant for Emirates, so I was like, you know, let's just compare experiences. They did tell me that they were super strict at Copa. And I was just like, I wonder strict with what? Because in general, the way the service was designed and all the shortfalls I saw, I failed to see where they're strict. Maybe they're strict in something different. But if they do want to move from Copa to Emirates or Qatar or Etihad or whatever, they're in for a treat. They're in for a really nice surprise because yeah, those guys are strict. But anyways, all right, I hope you liked this review. I hope you liked this video, and I love to read your comments and see what you like more videos of. I've seen a lot of people asking me a lot about the Emirates process, like how to become an Emirates cabin crew, and to talk about the experience and the benefits and the perks. So all those videos are coming up, along with travel vlogs sprinkled in between. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you liked it, and I will be creating more content. And you can also leave a super thanks, or, you know, just leave a note of love. That's enough. All right, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.